Hi, I'm Brandon Glasgow. I'm a second-year MBA student at UB, and I secured a full-time opportunity at the National Black MBA Conference.
How did you prepare for the event, and did you feel prepared?
I felt over-prepared for this event, which was a great thing. I spent a lot of time working on my resume, working on multiple cover letters, crafting my pitch, and being able to, to understand myself and how I'm going to present to a company. I also spent, a lot of time sitting with the CRC team, trying to figure out how to tackle a case study. So, all of that put together really helped me be prepared for this conference.
So do you feel you maximize this opportunity, and if so, how?
Absolutely. I mean, you don't really get an opportunity like this often. So, I definitely went in and I wanted to take advantage of everything that the conference was presenting. I really suggest if you have the opportunity to attend some of the workshops, if your schedule allows, definitely go to, a personal branding workshop or a finance workshop, whatever it is that interests you. And obviously being able to tackle the career fair portion, talk to multiple employers. I mean, there's also thousands of MBA students there, so you can connect with different MBA students. I had the opportunity to make a couple of friends, so that was really great for me.
And how did that help you?
When I went to the conference my first year, I didn't really take advantage of the whole thing. I was just there for a day and just kind of exposing myself to it. And I connected with a second year who was able to really give me a step-by-step map of how to tackle the conference, which I followed, and it really played out to be successful for me.
What were some of those step-by-step pieces of advice?
So the first piece of advice was to start applying to the jobs a couple of months before the conference start. So National Black MBA specifically, they have an online portal where all of the recruiters who are attending the conference post all of the available jobs that they're recruiting for. So, months before the conference started, I was applying to all these jobs, and I was able to set up one interview beforehand. And the second year also told me, when you get to the conference, make sure that you are there as soon as they cut the ribbon to the career fair portion. That is when it becomes a madhouse. You have thousands of people dashing to, talk to their potential employers. So I was able to do that, and it was successful for me. I had a pitch ready. I kind of, it was like a rinse and repeat process. Obviously, you can be, tailoring your pitch for the company, but really maintaining that level of confidence and going table to table. Hey, this is exactly, the company that I want to work for. I took it, a step further, and I even had a map of where all of the companies that I wanted to talk to, where they were located on the floor. So I didn't waste any time. I was just rinse and repeat.
Mm-hmm. So what do you wish you did differently?
What I wish I did differently was spend a little bit more time focusing on the case study component. Going into the conference, sometimes you don't really know that you're going to get an interview. You hope that you're going to get an interview. And I ended up getting 3 interviews. 2 of those interviews with 2 different companies had case study components. So the day before my interview was set, I'm emailing the CRC team and saying, hey, please help me. I'm not prepared for a case interview. Do you have any resources? And they were really helpful. Before the end of the day, I had books and links and different things that, I can use to help prepare myself. But doing that before the conference, spending a lot more time on that would have, put me at more ease.
And how did you actually secure the interview while you were at the conference?
30-second pitch. I think being students, we hear all about a pitch and being able to present yourself, but I think that is very crucial. I mean, you only have one opportunity. You're going up to someone, and they're going to, stand, and they're going to say hello, and they're going to wait for you to speak. And you have an opportunity to say, this is who I am, this is what I bring to the table, I already know your company, this is why I'm a good fit, and hopefully it sticks with them, and it stuck, and I got a couple of interviews from doing that. I think consistency is key. If you know that something is working for you, again, obviously you might tailor your pitch, but you're presenting yourself in a certain way, you're saying certain things that the company is going to think that is valuable. You have to be prepared and be brief and really hit on the key points.
And finally, is there any additional advice you have for students considering attending a national career conference?
Absolutely. I think it's important to be tenacious, be bold. Don't be afraid to really, be confident and say, hey, this is what makes me a great candidate. I think that is what's going to stick you apart from any other candidate. Some people are going to be there from, some of the top 10 universities and different schools that you may be intimidated by, but it's a fair playing field. You have one shot to make the best of it.
Thank you very much.